All right, we are going live right now. It is up and going right on. All right, we'll give it a couple minutes here. We're actually going to do just so y'all know, we're going to do like the first giveaway. I don't want to say near immediate, but like in the first 5-10 minutes, we're going to start the first one because we've got three we can do tonight. So we're going to kind of hit it pretty quick. So, hey, if you are watching this and this is the recording of the live, welcome to Midweek Mining. This is Cinco, aka Joe, aka the guy who doesn't shut up and calls people F-tarded on his villain arc on X. Um, and let me see here. Oh, we already got chat starting to pop off. Right on. Okay, cool. Um, I've got my co-host with me. I've got Bitcoin Bull. I've got Bobby with me. N City, what's up, man? Wow, you were in there like right away, bro. Thanks very much. Cool. We got one of our YouTube viewers up there already. Fantastic. Let me say hello in chat. Hey, get that going. Looks like my little dogs aren't walking around today. Wonder what's going on with that. Usually we got the little dogs walking around. Let me see what's going on with that. App manager. Wonder why my dogs aren't walking around. I'm looking. I want my dogs on the screen. Active pets. It removed all my active pets. Okay, well, that's all right. I guess it'll be what it is. No big deal. Go back to the editor. All right. There we go. Okay, we'll leave that as it is. Anyway, as we're getting going, we got 5 guys in chat already. Good. You guys are going to have a leg up because, like, in the next 9 minutes, we're going to start the first hash power giveaway. We got 3 tonight, guys, courtesy of Brains. So big shout out to Christian and the guys over at Brains. They reached out. They had told us they wanted to do this, but just there's been conventions going on. It's been busy. There's been crazy ass bips happening. So we haven't had a chance to really like lock in and get that figured out. But Christian reached out to me this week and he was like, hey, let's get this going. I was like, okay, let's do it. And next thing you know, they're like, I was like, this is what we usually do. We have one winner and we do this. And they're like, Brains was like, no, not good enough. We want more. We want 3 winners a week. And I was like, damn, okay, cool. So we've got 3 winners that are going to win about $33 USD in hash rate on this episode. We're going to do that through the end of, I think it's through the end of this month, and then we're going to look at it for September. So if we keep it up and things keep going well, then hey, we might keep that going, or we might get expand it. So make sure you guys are sharing this out on your socials, please, so we can get more people in here. I'm about to do the share out right now myself. Let me see here. Get this going. Let me see here. We are live. Come win free hash rental. Now, I know I've got to go ahead and I'm going to get this out of the way right away, but we're going to have to send a caveat to you guys, okay? Please understand, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more tonight. This is for SHA-256 only. That's what Brains rents. If you're a person who is supporting the BIP 110 breakaway to Luke's altcoin, that's on the Blake 2 Bravo algorithm. We can't point that at anything. There's nothing to point it at, and it wouldn't work anyway. So please understand, if you're in here and you're going to be like, oh, I won, and I want to point that at the real Bitcoin that Luke has, it's not going to work. Doesn't work. Sorry. Doesn't work. It's not Bitcoin. So please understand that. We're going to get into that a little more. But please don't ask that if you're the winner. If you do, I'm just going to skip you and go on to the next person. So that is what it is. So that caveat out of the way. We'll give it up. We'll give the caveat in a little bit again. Man, we're jumping up viewers like crazy. This is great. We'll talk about that again in a little bit, but we're about to start. We're probably going to start it early, guys, because we're at 30 viewers already. So, but before we get to that, let's do the housekeeping. Number 1, Mr. Bobby, how's your week been, sir? We'll get to Bull next.
My week has been fantastic. Apparently, I might be getting a another Avalon Q, so add a third to my collection,
Nice.
courtesy of Carpoo's Mining. So that's
Right on.
awesome. Just gotta
Nice.
finalize some stuff on that.
Ryan's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, he's great.
That's cool, man. I'm happy to see that.
Yeah. Besides that, just chilling. Um, yeah, getting through summer,
Yeah, I
waiting
feel you.
for fall to come.
Mm-hmm. We got to see each other this week over at the Northwest Houston Bitcoin meetup. So
Yeah, that
what
was really fun.
have you noticed that there's usually like I think there's like whenever you and I show up, there's like two meetups going on. There's like the minor meetup and then there's everybody else. I'm pretty sure that other
Yeah, it does
table,
feel that way.
yeah, I think that other table is like the Bitcoiners like that like for the meetup, and then there's us. But nobody ever comes over and says like, "Hey, are you here for the meetup?" Like,
Yeah, yeah, that guy we were talking to, he actually stepped out of his car when he saw me and he was like, "Hey, are you here for the Bitcoin meetup?" I was like, "Yeah."
mhm.
So we got one friend out of it, which
We
is
made a
good.
new friend. Yeah. And he's been texting me. We met somebody, Bobby and I met somebody at the meetup yesterday. And was it yesterday? No, it's 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Tuesday.
Damn, weeks going by for me. But this guy, he doesn't mind. He's never mined before. And we talked to him about it because he was sitting there with me and Bobby. So of course, what are we gonna talk about? Mining. And I'm trying to help him figure out what his first miner will be. I'm probably gonna get him on a either a hammer miner or a Nano 3S. Like if I get the feeling that he's like, yeah, this is something I definitely want to explore, I'm gonna be like, okay, do the Nano 3S. But he's a techie guy too. He's a lot like Bobby is. So like on
Yeah,
that
I
note,
was
like
just thinking he's a nerd. He's gonna love that hammer miner
he
with
could
the
do with an
exposed
open board.
board.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
definitely that. Broken, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey everybody in chat, thanks for hopping in. All right, we're at 40. Guys, I'm gonna start the first giveaway. Hold on a second. We're gonna get this going because we are rolling. Here we go. Boom, there it is. Join the Hash Power giveaway sponsored by Brains. This is the first of 3 giveaways for the night. It's going to be about $33 USD in hash rate rental. Raffle started now. All you have to do is type !raffle in chat. When you do it, it'll reply to you if you're in YouTube, if you're in Twitch, if you're in Kick. If you're in X, it's not going to reply to you. I have a bot that scrapes it for me and adds you in manually to my thing, okay? So to my thing. So if you don't see it pop up for you if you're an X user, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I still got you. Okay. So first one's going and it is ticking down. Let me see here. So got that. We got that. Okay. It has started and we'll check that in a minute. All right. Cool. Bull, how's your week going, brother?
Not too bad. A little busy. Um, I was away for a while, so still trying to catch up on things. And then this time of year, everybody's working on doing remodels and stuff. I do
Mm-hmm.
electrical, obviously. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Trying to enjoy summer when I can, go swimming and on the boat when I can. Try to get as much as that I can out of the summer because usually I'm extremely busy, so I don't have time to do things. But yeah,
Right on.
nothing special.
When you go out on the boat, like, what's the general thing you do? Like, do you guys just like cruise around? Do you go fishing? Do you guys like usually have like a set thing that you all like to do?
No, sometimes I'll bring the kids fishing. The other day when I went out, I bring them fishing, but it's not really great for striper fishing
Mm-hmm.
around this time. But you can catch them. Mostly it's just like catfish and stuff. Or I'll take them over to like there's a restaurant across the river and we just go eat. They just like to drive. They're still young on it, so they like
Mm-hmm.
get a kick out of just steering the boat and driving the boat.
Right on.
I thought you were one of those crazy tubers or a
I I
wakeboarder, water ski.
I did some of that years ago, but now when I go out with the kids, I don't do it. They're too young to do it. But yeah, definitely,
Okay.
all that's fun. Definitely, I can't. I tried to get up a couple times on the skis, and I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's
tubing is fun
crazy.
though.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun when they're a little older and can do that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Get the
absolutely.
big banana. You ever see those? The
Yeah,
people on the
yeah,
banana.
yeah, yeah, yeah. In the little islands we do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's good, man. Okay. So let's go ahead before we get too much into let me go over here real quick. Before we get too much into the BIP 110 stuff, because I don't want to make that the whole discussion. Okay. Let's go through our normal stuff. Let's talk about I'm gonna share my screen so my boys can see it. Let's go ahead and let's talk about got that going. There we go. Can you guys my fellows here, my co-hosts, can you see the oh,
Yep, we see the mempool.
all right, good. Let me make a
Yeah.
copy of it real quick. I'm going to open up another one so I can put it up on the screen for folks. Give me 1 second. Boop. This is the mempool coming off. My mempool might not look exactly like yours, y'all, just because I run mine off my node. So just want to make sure people have the ability to see that. So looks like we've got about 9 days till the next difficulty adjustment. And we're looking at a downturn of about, it's been up and down, guys. I don't know if you've been watching it this week, but like it started first, it was going to go up. Then it started looking like it was going to go down. And now it's like kind of cruising down. But I think a large part of that is we're starting to see like, you know, the Roughnecks, the rental guys, they were hitting that, you know, multiple exahash pretty hard for weeks on end coming up to, you know, building up to BIP 110. So I think now that that stuff's out of clogging up the pipe, we're starting to see equilibrium. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we came down a little bit, so I don't know. It could be just price action. I'm not really sure what it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the BIP 110 stuff was all rented hash rate, so it's like it's just getting rented by other people now.
Yeah.
Or being mined by the actual owners.
So I'm also pulling up mempool.guide. Mempool.guide shows the orphan chain. Okay. So it shows here that right now the orphan chain is looking at in about 4, because remember guys, it's not just based on time. Okay. It's based on, it has to do 2016 blocks. So right now, mempool.guide is anticipating for the orphan chain about, which really isn't going to matter anymore because it's going to a completely different algorithm, but it's going to be like almost a 60% downturn. It's taken 1.7 days to find a block, and it's going to take about 4 weeks, and that's increasing for it to actually hit something. So this is, it's done. It's kaput. So
yeah, that's going to take a lot longer. 4 weeks.
Yeah, and especially, you know,
you got to mine 2,000 blocks.
Well,
over 2,000 blocks,
and that's still based on the last 24 hours, and we've already seen that. I just clicked back over on mempool, the regular mempool for people, just so they know. That was based on the fact that, you know, recently on the average, you still had Roughnecks trying to mine on the SHA-256 algorithm, which is now done, and you know, so now it's back down to like a few petahash on the orphan chain. So that's going to start going up as well. That's going to start going up. So
yeah, they go to Blake 2B in what, September 1st, I think?
Something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. So let me get off of this so you guys can see. All right. So that's it. We're going to talk a little bit more about BIP 110 a little bit. But while we're talking about this, and we've got the hash rate raffle going right now, and we will show all 3 winners tonight. We'll show exactly how easy it is to get to do your hash rate on here. You really need 3 things when it comes to the Brains hash rate. Okay. You need to have sats in the wallet that they assign you when you get your little Brains account thing on there. So it'll assign you a wallet that you've got to add sats to, so that way you can purchase the hash rate. That's number 1. Number 2, you got to have a pool.
Before you move on, there's a button you could click, and you could just scan the code just like anything else. And
Right, like the little QR code.
Yeah, yeah. So I got a little bit frustrated in the beginning, but then I realized it's not as difficult as it seems. It's just like anything else. When you first look at something, it could be a little overwhelming. But then, you know, you fool around with it a little bit, and you realize it's really not that bad. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, plus oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I just said I didn't. I'm sorry I interrupted Cinco.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it's just a regular on-chain Bitcoin wallet. So you just send sats from any wallet, and yeah, it's just super easy.
And don't do it right before you want to do it, because it has to have a number of blocks to clear. And sometimes, like if let's say you're doing it from like an exchange wallet, like Coinbase or Robinhood or something like that, or anything like that. Sometimes it'll say manual review, which means it's going to take a little bit longer to get that cleared. So make sure, like, if you're thinking about doing it, my advice, the first time you do it, until you get used to the procedure, put the sats in like a day ahead. All right. For me, it usually takes 30 minutes to clear. So you can usually do it day of. However, we have had times where it has taken longer, like it's taken hours to clear because they're trying to be careful. And like I had one didn't clear once. It said like, hey, we got an issue here. And it kicked me my sats back. Like I didn't lose the sats. It just sent them back to me. It was like, hey, I'm sorry, we can't clear this. That doesn't happen very often. But just, make sure you're being careful. Don't send it from like 5, 6, 7 different wallets all the time. Their system looks at that and they're going to be like, what's going on with this? So like, just please be aware. They do have a system in place to kind of check it at Brains.
And to be fair, this is still fairly new and it's still like beta. So they're just, they're getting working out the bugs and stuff whenever the things pop up.
Absolutely. Another thing to be aware of, you do need to have a Telegram account. Okay. The reason why you need Telegram is because, like Bull just said, it's in beta still. And one of the things they do is after, and you're going to see this today when we do the submission here in less than 1 minute, we're going to pick the first winner. And we've got 14 entries. What'll happen is once you submit that you're ready to make your hash rate bid, it's going to send you, when you lock it in, it's going to send you a confirmation through a Telegram bot. So that way it can confirm you're a person, you're the person doing it. Okay. It's a double check. It's almost like a 2FA that they're doing. Okay. So please just be aware of that. It's part of the current process. All right. So we've got 27 seconds and then we'll pull that up. While that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this over here so that, you guys can't, so our viewers can see this. However, Bobby and Bull, you cannot see it right now. I'll make sure you guys can see it in a minute. But I've got the screen up for our viewers so they can see the Brains, the hashpower.brains.com. We're going to do this here in a second. And we're going to do, okay, you can no longer enter the raffle. There it is. And let's go ahead. We're going to pick the winner and it'll post it for us. Oh, Tony, you missed it. We're going to have 2 more. Don't worry, buddy. Boom. N City, our first viewer of the night and the first winner of the night. N City, do me a favor. Hit me up. Get me your receive wallet. Remember, not your send wallet, your public wallet, your receive wallet for Bitcoin, for BTC. Okay. It's okay, Tony. We've got 2 more drawings tonight. You're good to go, buddy. You still got opportunities. So we're going to be giving away more. N City, our first winner for the night. Go ahead, get me your wallet, and then let me know. Remember, it's got to be a solo pool. We're not letting you like stack sats in a pool. So it's got to be a solo pool. We're doing it risk it for the biscuit style. And if you want, or you can, if you have me on X, you can message me N City. Remember, posting that here, security wise, if you're worried about security, send me a DM on X. But really, it just means people can send you Bitcoin is really what it means. Or they can look at what you do. So if you're conscious about your security, just send it to me in a DM. That's no problem. Just let me know what you're going to do. Okay. Brain solo is fine. Here we go, guys. You're all about to see how this works. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to create a bid. All right. We're going to use last known price. We're going to do, let's see here. That'll be about, let's see. We'll do, okay, 53,000 sats is the budget. That's about 33 US dollars worth, okay? And now we're going to play with a little bit. We'll say, we'll do 9 petahash. You're going to get 9 petahash, buddy. And we'll do Brains. We picked it there. What do you mean? There we go. Okay. We're going to put your wallet number in there. I'm going to put .midweek mining at the end of it so that way you can track it. And here we go. Let me double check, make sure there's no screwed up spaces or anything there. We're going to create the bid. And now I'm going to go over here to my Telegram. I got my confirmation instantly. Boom. That's what pops up after you get it. And we should have an active bid here in a second. It'll pop up here in a moment. And we'll see what's going on. N City, congratulations, man. You're going to get 9 petahash for the next 2 3/4 hours. Okay. Remember the agreement. If you hit the block and you win, you owe me, Bull, and Bobby a steak dinner. That's the rule. Sorry. That's what it is. So, So that's the
And
first
it's
one,
not
guys.
one steak dinner cut 3 ways.
That's yeah, not one steak dinner. I'm a big guy. I can't do that. No, I want my own steak. So, all right. So we'll check it here in a minute. We'll wait till it shows that it's actually going, and then we will go ahead and we will pull up on solo, the solo pool, and we'll show what your hash rate is at. So congratulations, man. That's awesome, N City. Okay, guys, we're gonna give it like 5 minutes, then we'll start the second drawing. Okay. So everybody has 2 more chances tonight. 2 more chances. Guys, I got some cool things that were happening. My boys know this now in the room. Bobby knows it and Bull knows it. But
Should we take down
I'm sorry.
the rough? Should we take down the Roughnecks mempool page?
Oh, you're still on that. I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on a second here. Let me pull up.
They don't see that page
They don't
too?
see that. Nope.
Oh, okay.
You're
so
okay. That's because I can't pull the. I couldn't pull the same thing up.
then.
There we go. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull this up so you can see it, Bull. Give me 1 second, buddy.
No, good. I didn't know if
There
you
we go.
wanted to leave it there.
All right. It'll start propagating here in a minute. So it'll start propagating there in a minute. So we'll keep that up for right now.
Sorry, I threw you off track.
No, you're good. I'm reading chat right now. Glencoe said, somebody said, 9 pH is about how many bit axes? And Glenn was right. He said that's about 7,500 bit axes. So keep that in mind. So that we just gave N City well, we didn't, Brains did. Brains donated 7,500 bit axes worth of hashing power to N City for the next 2.75 hours. So, and again, guys, remember, hey, Chris, remember, we got 2 more drawings tonight. Okay. So stick around because we got 2 more going on tonight. You all have chances. Please do me a favor. Boom. It's starting to hit right now. There you go. It's starting to ramp up. This is N City. That's up on the screen. That's his rental. Wow. ADHD is hitting hard tonight, guys. Been a busy week. That's what I was talking about. So busy week, besides everything going on with the drama. I'm not even going to talk about the Trezor stuff. That Trezor didn't have a hack. Trezor wasn't hacked. Their shipper was. So that can happen to anybody. So we're not going to even get into that. That was just like a data breach through one of their partners. I mean, shit happens. What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, I would like to say one thing on that.
Please do.
They did mention that you can buy them cash at Best Buy.
Mhm.
So if you want to stay totally sovereign, totally secure, yeah, buy it cash at Best Buy.
You sure can. And my understanding is Tangem now has their wallets as well at most Best Buys, not all. So call ahead if you're looking for a Tangem. Not advocating for any wallet here. We all got to caveat that now, right? Goodness sakes. But if you're going to go buy one, call ahead. But I have seen in Best Buy, I don't usually shop at Best Buy, but I had to go there for something specific. And they did have a Trezor stand. Like it was very obvious. So
nice.
But yeah. Okay. So you all comfortable moving on and want to talk about my hydro?
Oh yeah, let's go. I would like to hear about that.
Okay. So I have begun the process of converting Cinco Dogos mining over to majority hydro is my goal. Majority hydro. So I picked up my first hydro miner. I got a What's miner, an M73S. That's roughly 560 terahash at 13 watts. Okay. Let me see here real quick. I think I can probably. Right now, this is my average right here, guys. So hold on. The boys can see it right now. I'm showing my boys. I'm going to show you guys in a second on the screen. But Bobby and Bull can see this right now. I have it on a separate little foreman so that way I can just show that one.
Nice.
So, because I was like, I need to be able to do this without showing everything. So this is what I did.
Love when it says smooth mine.
Yeah. So, just so y'all are aware, I'm moving it over right now so the guys can see it. Bobby and Bull, just so you know. So, the manufacturer spec says that they hit generally around 560 terahash per second with this hydro miner. I have consistently been above 570, and I've noticed that the nighttime it generally goes up to somewhere around 590. Okay,
Nice.
that's a nice silicon lottery right there, guys.
Are you running any firmware?
No, it's stock.
Okay,
It's
nice.
stock. We have not converted any firmware. This particular miner is part of a little beta test I'm doing with CoreX hosting. We're testing PowerPool with it. So we're not doing anything right now that changes anything. We're trying to get a baseline with it.
Yep.
So,
Nice.
but this is I've been very happy so far with this miner. I got to tell you, I've been very happy with it. It's consistently hitting above spec. I've had no issues. I've had some rejects, but from what I'm understanding, that's the pool. Like I've had other people that use the pool that said, "Yeah, I had at the exact same time. I had a number of rejects just like you did." So it's not the miner,
What's
it's
the
the pool.
percentage
Sorry.
of rejects? What's the percentage of the rejects? Do you
Uh,
know?
Let me see here on my thing. Hold on. Let me take a look here. Where do I have that? I don't have
So
everything on PowerPool right now. I only have I threw like a bunch of stuff on there. So you guys can see this. You can 1.41%.
hey, it ain't too bad.
It ain't too bad. Like it could be better.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
better. But I mean, generally my rule of thumb is if it's 1% or under, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So 1.41 right now. And like I said, I'm doing a 30-day test with this. This is going to run until the first week of September. And then I'll evaluate right there at that point if I want to move it off of PowerPool or not. So far, not so bad. I do like that they pay out. You can set your payout thresholds, but you can have it up to twice a day. Their payout threshold is 0.0002 Bitcoin. So that's right around what, like 16, 18 bucks, something like that, 20 bucks right now,
Yeah. I'm not sure offhand.
around there, something like that. I set mine higher though, because I don't want constant pay. I don't want all the dust. I don't want all the UTXOs. I set mine higher. I don't need a payout twice a day. I don't need that.
And you
Uh,
pay for the transaction of the payout too, right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's kind of one of those things you got to think about. Like
Yeah.
it's nice to see it hit your account, yeah, but at the same time, like I don't need it to do that. Adolfo Knox says, "Wow, this is amazing. Killer giveaway, Cinco Dagos. Thank you, Brains. This is like the best advertising ever. I'm now clearing my Thursday night so I can make it to each and every giveaway." Hey, awesome, man. We're glad to hear that. And yeah, we are super stoked that Brains is doing this for us. They reached out to us. They said they wanted to do it. So we wanted to show how easy it was to do this. Like this wasn't something that like we were trying to do. Oh, and I know Bull and Bobby both said this on X, but just for everyone in here, let me go ahead and step back real quick and clarify this. We do not receive any financial compensation for this. Myself, Bobby, and Bull, we do not receive any financial compensation for this, for doing the Brains giveaways. We don't take a cut for ourselves. Brains is not paying us to do it. They are not asking us. They have not asked us to say anything like, "Oh, make sure it's positive to Brains." They have not given us any like caveats for this.
No
Okay.
script, no nothing. We're just following the same thing we've been doing.
Yep.
And previously we just funded it ourselves. That's it.
Yep.
And they decided to jump in since we're using their Brains hash rate website, and that's it. So there's nothing more to it.
Right. And if that were ever to change, which I don't anticipate it was, because the three of us really aren't looking for that. If it were to change, we would definitely, we would make that disclosed to you guys. So just please be aware, like this is still Cinco sitting in his garage, Bobby sitting in his living room, and Bull sitting on his yacht or wherever he's at right now. And
Yeah, we literally just love Bitcoin mining and everything about it. So we're here for fun. This is like our, a little side amusement, and we like to, bring people onto Bitcoin and, try to tell people what we learn and what we know and just help people out. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Cinco and I were at that event with Brains, uh, what was it, like 4 months ago now? We told them what we were doing, and they were like, "Oh, what are you giving out?" And I was like, "Oh, last night we did like 18 petahash." And they were like, "You just gave that away? Like nothing? They didn't have to do anything?" It's like, "No, just like say a word in the chat. We do it for the love of the game." And their jaws were on the floor. They were like, you do this every week, just giving away hash rate?
Mhm.
We're like, yeah, we love it. We love the community.
Yep.
So then now they're like, hey man, we want to support that. That's awesome.
All right. We're going to let me complete that giveaway. Guys, we're going to giveaway number 2. Y'all ready? Here it comes. Boom. Here we go. Get your exclamation point raffles in there. I said, boom, here we go. Guys, all 5 of my dogs just came running in here. They thought I was about to give them something. It was so hilarious. I heard the ticket through the house with their claws. They all came running in here like, ooh, what's going on? So there we go. Okay, good. Get in there, guys. Get in there. The only one not eligible for this right now is our current winner. Okay, so obviously N City, you can't qualify for this one, but everybody else is good. So talking about, and this is going to run for 9.5 more minutes, guys, before we select the next winner. So hey, now they're all getting all antsy over here. Hey, y'all knock it off. Go by your mother. Go by your mother. Go by your mother. No, not me. Go by your mother.
So on another
They
note,
want some hash rate.
They do.
on another note, I seen the Altair video you guys did with Andrew for the Midwest Bitcoin
Oh
Summit.
yeah, Andrew Tillman.
Awesome. Yep. And that's cool. And now you said you're going as well, right?
So far, it looks like it. The only thing that would change that is if I do, I am still currently unemployed. So if I get a job and they say, nah, man, you can't go away that soon, then obviously I can't, right? However, my wife being a travel agent, she's already found flights and she was like, yeah, we can do this. And this wasn't, just so you know, it wasn't me going like, honey, can I go to Columbus and hang out with my friends? That's not what it was. It was like, she's looking at this and she's like, I think you should go to this, which I love my wife for that. She's super supportive of what we do. So,
that's awesome.
yeah, so if I can make it, I will make it. If not, then, then what we'll do is we'll figure something out because we were kind of talking about maybe doing a live midweek mining type of giveaway for people that were there. We'll figure that out as we get a little closer. I know we got like 40-ish days until the event. We'll let you guys know. Something really important y'all need to know. Go watch that episode that we posted today on Bitcoin Mining Show. It's on Altair Tech's YouTube channel. Okay. Go check it out because Andrew Tillman, the guy who's kind of heading the whole thing up, super great guy, offered a 1 million sat bounty on anyone that can orange pill McLovin from Superbad. He's going to be one of the celebrity guests there. So apparently he's not a Bitcoiner. He's going for the other half of that convention, which has things to do with green pilling people. You can go listen to the episode to find out about that. But McLovin,
yeah, when he talked about that, I was like, what is he talking about? Like you want him to go there and they didn't know already? But
yeah,
he's going to the other
he's going
conference.
to the
Oh,
other
now it
side
makes
that
sense.
involves the bud. Yeah, so there's 2
Okay.
conferences going on in that convention center at the same time. But McLovin will be there, and he's going to be at the COSI party. That's like the after party at the Columbus Science and Industry Museum, I think is what that stands for. But they're going to have like a big after event there. They got that, the Riverwalk, they got the whole thing kind of private evented for anyone who comes to the convention. And McLovin's going to be there. And if somebody can orange pill him and it gets called out by McLovin saying like, this is the person who orange pilled me, Andrew Tillman said he'll give him 1 million sats. So
I
Yeah,
think Bull can do it. Come on, Bull.
yeah,
I'm not good at pilling people. But
I'll get that son of a bitch high as hell and do it if I go. I'll tell you right now.
yeah, whoever hasn't seen that video definitely should go see it because you can see it really points out how he's just a down to earth Bitcoiner.
Mm.
And I think he's going to be really successful with this moving forward.
Mm.
I think these other events are going to dwindle off and it's not going to be as successful. I think he got the right mindset for this and not making high ticket prices and making it available for the average Joe and then having tiers and he's into Bitcoin mining, heat reuse, and he just seems like a real Bitcoiner. So
Yeah.
I think just him and his personality and the way he's looking and viewing things is going to play a big part in this moving forward.
Totally agree. It was a lot of fun talking with him. One of the cool things about this whole Bitcoin mining show that we've been doing for this, like I'm calling it season 1, the first 20 episodes. I've had the opportunity to speak with and the pleasure to speak with some people who are a hell of a lot smarter than me when it comes to the Bitcoin stuff, and people who are doing really cool stuff. And that to me is so awesome. Like, I feel like I am getting exposure to these people that are teaching me something, which is great, right? I'm 47 years old. Being taught something, when you start getting older, guys, for you young folks out there, you'll start realizing the older you get, the less you feel like you learn from people. But every time I do one of those episodes, I feel like I'm learning from someone that is just teaching me something I didn't know. And that's a great feeling. When you go to these conferences, you have a chance to do that. Now, a lot of these conferences, the pricing makes it not really tenable for just your average Joe. The Midwest
Most of the time, not even for real Bitcoiners. Like they,
Yeah.
some Bitcoiners don't want to go and lay out all this money. They'd rather buy Bitcoin.
Yep. Yeah, and that's part of the thing I talk about in that when I was talking with them too. Like, there's gonna be some quote unquote suit coiners there. There's gonna be VCs there. There's gonna be miners there. There's gonna be a little bit of everything, but it's $50 to get into the expo floor. I have a feeling the expo floor there is a hell of a lot larger than the one that was at Mining Disrupt, just from what I'm seeing. And you're also for $100 total, you can get into all the talks, all the panels, basically everything, right? Not the VIP special stuff. You don't need that to have the full experience though. So for $100, which is 1/5 of the cost of what it costs to go to Miami Disrupt, you can have the full experience. And it's in Columbus. So it's pretty easy to get to. The hotels are not expensive. The hotel right across the street from the convention center where my wife's looking at for me, again, she's a travel agent. She's like, you're going to be getting in there for like less than $100 a night. And I was like, that's awesome. Cause I'm only going to be there for like 3 nights, but I'm like flying in, we're going to do the conference. I'm getting out. But yeah, Columbus,
everything I learned about this conference, it's like, this is awesome. I'd love to go.
Yeah. And like right at the same time, and I think what it probably, and I'm not speaking for anyone or with any insider information, but I understand that Mr. Tillman has deep connections and deep roots with the cannabis folks, the legal cannabis folks. So I have a feeling that, since there's part of that going on at the same time, I have a feeling it'll kind of evolve into just this big kind of freedom conference in the future, which is really cool. Guys, you still got 2.5 minutes left to get your exclamation point raffle ins for this second drawing of 3 tonight. So keep going. We've got 17 people in the drawing so far. I just think it's going to be cool. I mean, if you're not into the weed stuff, that's cool. You can go for your Bitcoin stuff. But the point is, you got 2 different groups that both value individual freedom, and they're having conventions next to each other. And that's a good thing. To me, that's a good thing. So that's how I see it. But yeah, so cool episode. It was fun to do. Next week, next Thursday, so a week from today, 8 a.m. Central, the next episode will drop. That'll be episode 16, 15 or 6, 15. I'm sorry, my brain. It's 15. Episode 15 drops next Thursday, and that is Paul from Sustain Hash. That was another fun one. I'm not going to give anything away about that yet. I'll talk a little bit about it on X during the week, but talk about another cool business, talking to some folks who they build mining farms. Really cool stuff.
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
Before we forget, if you are interested into any type of Bitcoin mining, solo mining, anything to do with miners, Altair Tech will also be at the Midwest Bitcoin Summit. So you could come and take a look at some miners in person.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good time to check things out. And honestly, like I know Altair is going to be there, so you'll have an opportunity to see like their lineup, all the stuff they have. When at Disrupt at their table, they had all the small boy miners. They had a Q on display. They had a Mini 3 on display. Like, if you're not too sure about mining, you're a Bitcoiner, you're just getting into it, you have the opportunity to like look at it and talk with someone who knows everything about it. Chris is brilliant with that stuff. He'll explain everything to you right there. So there's some cool stuff. They had a K-Box there from Gecko. So people were playing Doom right at the table. It was kind of cool. And then like you know, you've got like Brains Forge over there, the Brains guys, they had their stuff that they were showing off. I have a feeling that for those that are going to, for the companies that are going to Midwest Bitcoin Summit, there's going to be a lot of that. I know X-Tech is going, so I'm sure they'll have stuff.
Right? Is Brains coming? Do you know?
They should be. I believe they are.
To Midwest, yeah.
I believe they are. I'll have to look again, but I believe they are. So don't quote me on that, but I believe they are.
If they're not, they
I
should.
agree.
If they're here and they're listening to this, they should go.
Definitely. This is one of those conferences that it's going to be more. It's not going to be all B2B, right? It's not going to be just a bunch of industry people standing around pointing at each other and talking to each other and then going out to dinner. There's going to be a lot more plebs at this. So I think it's definitely worth it. And City, you're looking pretty good, man. You got like 3.2 gig on your shares so far. It's showing that your 5-minute hash rate is 9.02 petahash per second. So you're cooking, my friend. You're cooking. Okay, here we go. We're going to pick the next winner, and then we're going to do the next raffle. Hold on a second. Let me go back over to here. Boop. I got to go over here. Boop. All right. Picking the winner. Ready? Winner is. It's going to show it in chat for us. Dude, you are the luckiest son of a bitch. I swear to God. He wins so many things I see online. Glenn, you are not just from like us, like just in general. Cause I watch Glenn on X. Glenn wins stuff all the time. You're like, I'm not saying that as a negative. Please don't take it that way. Glenn is just a lucky guy. He's also a very positive member of the community, of the Bitcoin community. So that's good. Like he's got that good karma, but it's just, I'm glad to see it. Glenn, do me a favor, buddy. Shoot me. You can either message me in, I know I have you on X, so you can message me in chat there. And or just let me know. I need to get your wallet address and let me know if you'd rather use Brains or Atlas or what solo pool you want to use, and we're gonna point that stuff over for you, guy. So awesome, congrats, guys! We still have one more giveaway. All right, we'll do that one in like 10 minutes. We'll do another one. So all right. So what did we talk about tonight? We talked about difficulty adjustment. My goal is to go 75% hydro. That's my goal. That's a lot of money. But my goal is to go 75% hydro. And that's already in the works thanks to Nate over at Corex. And like I said, that's been going really well. I'm super happy with it. Super duper happy with it. Let me see here. Boop, boop. Okay, clicking buttons. My poor co-hosts are just staring at my power pool thing right now, which just has like a bunch of little miners on it. Like I threw a bunch of little like small boys on there and stuff just to see. I think I got like 700 and some terahash on there right now. 720 terahash.
Get some more.
Yeah. So I just kind of was doing it to see what it would look like. Streamlabs.
Is that where you have your queue?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I got my queue on there as well. I threw that on there. I threw a bunch of small boys, and I'm just kind of watching it cook for the month. My key, you got to wait. We're going to do the next raffle here in a few minutes. Glenn, let me know. Oh yeah. Streamlabs decided that, Glenn wasn't allowed to talk there for a second there. Let me know if how you want to send it, buddy. You can either send it, and I even increased the bot so it stops like telling people they're spamming. I increased it from 120 characters to 280. It's still grabbing people. When do you, the Tadets or the Tadets says, when do you think Canaan will release the new lineup like the QV2? That's a good question. I haven't seen anything about it.
I looked into it, and sometime they say in the second half. So anywhere from, I would say, now until January is, sometime soon.
We should get some info on what's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, from what I read, because I was looking to it as well. So I'm hoping it's like they said, an upgraded version of the Q.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that means that the price of the Qs will go down. The price of the Q is okay. It's just like if they're going to come out with something else, it'd be nice.
I'll be excited. The reason I'm looking forward to it because I'm wondering if they took what I said into account and they started making some heaters that I can actually implement with with customers, being a licensed electrician. I gave him a couple ideas on what I would like
Yeah,
to
that'd
see.
be really nice if they take that advice.
Yeah, and like a miner. I mean, I gotta go and install electric heat right now in a house, and I got to put some of them in wall units, and they're just heating element, wasted heat. That's it. There's
Mhm.
no, if they could invent, make one that goes in the wall, like the in wall ones that you put in bathrooms and stuff, it would be nice. So we'll see. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully they at least do one of them, or even the what's the one that looks like a
The
radiator?
Mini 3.
Mini three.
The mini grid, even if they redesign that so I could hardwire it and use it for like thermostats, and they can still keep the it could get controlled with the smart, I think smart apps, right? They could leave that, but just make it so I could hardwire it, 220 daisy chain it, and like how traditional electric baseball heaters are. That's all. If they could do that, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. I heard a rumor that the Mini 3 is going to be discontinued. I don't know how accurate that is. That was floating around at Disrupt.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I
does seem like
wouldn't be
it's
surprised. They're not that the queues are way more efficient. I
Mhm.
did a little calculation because actually you're in the same chat with that guy Chado and
Mhm.
Raker.
Yep.
Chado wants me to hook up some miners in his property where it's upstate New York, and it's cold in there, and he runs all electric heat. So it's a no-brainer to run some miners there, right? So I was trying to do a little calculations, and the queue actually paid itself off. I think it was like a year and change quicker versus the Mini 3 than the
Mhm.
Radiator. Unless you run the queue at the minimum wattage, the lowest amount of wattage, then the Mini 3 pays itself off quicker. But anything above that, the Avalon Q is better on return on investment. So,
Mhm.
and then it pays itself off in 2 years. So, which ain't bad.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm hoping they drop something that's a little more efficient, or just another design, even if it's not way more efficient than Q, just something that I could utilize, that I could push to clients. Oh, you
Mhm.
want electric heat? Oh, okay, perfect. Here, why get this? Pay a little bit extra, and you'll get Sats back. You'll get Bitcoin back. Why not? If I could throw that in people's houses, it would be beautiful.
All right, here we go. This is what Glenn sent me over. This is what's going in. Looks like he's got a little bit of I guess we'll call it like a vanity address. So that's fine. That's a good way if you want to keep your privacy and create little vanity one-time use addresses. So that's smart. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna see if it'll accept it, and we'll go ahead. It looks like Glenn's gonna get 9 petahash for about 2.8 hours. Let me make sure I get my little. There we go. Request confirmed. Where's my mouse? There it is. Success. And what we'll do is we're going to bring up another solo. I'm going to go over here. We'll give that a second. Once it goes up, we'll do it. Here, we'll do this. Let's do this, guys. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Sorry, I'm trying to make this. Oh, God, I hate this stuff sometimes. All right. We'll just bounce back and forth. There we go. Bear with me. There we go. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure this is up. We'll see once it kicks in, and we'll check on Glenn. Glenn, congratulations. Chris says, I'm personally hoping for a Mini 4 type product. Just so you know, guys, that's Chris Kanicki in chat right there. Chris is from Altair. So I'm with you on that, Chris. That would be kind of cool. Again, I don't have like any need for heat down here really, but I would for Bitcoiners in general and adoption of Bitcoin mining in public amongst the greater public. I would love to see more heat producing or heat reuse products that help that mainstreaming Bitcoin. So right click and split view. Thanks for
Yeah,
helping me.
I'll take a Mini 4, just maybe a bigger one to do bigger rooms, and maybe, like I said, hardwired, so we don't have to put outlets.
There we go. Boop-a-doop. Okay, Left is Glenn, right is N City.
Congrats to both of you guys that won.
Yeah, congrats.
And we're going to start the third giveaway right now. Boom. All right, it's running.
Cool.
We'll go ahead and get that going. We're at the 50 minute mark, so we might as well. Okay, guys, we're at that point. Do we want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the BIP 110 thing?
Go for it.
Sure.
All right. So I would just like to say this. If you are currently still on board with the BIP 110 camp, the Luke Dasher camp, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's your money. But I will say this. Please take a good, hard look at what you're doing. Please be careful with what you're doing. They have switched encryption algorithms. They have switched a lot of things. There's a lot of propagandistic information coming out saying that it is the official chain. It's not the official chain. The official chain goes by the longest chain. Okay, it goes by the consensus change. What reason? This is not an opinion. This is fact. This is mathematical fact.
I wish we could do reactions on here. I want to, like, every time you're talking and saying stuff like this, I want to just put like hundreds and
Right?
Yeah.
I always feel like
it's not
I'm
just
like,
the longest
missing-
chain, it's the most hash rate, it's the most
Yes.
nodes.
It's
Like,
not
one thing that's
Bitcoin,
really
it's a
pissed me
shitcoin.
off about this is they talk about, like, it's, oh, screw the miners, it's all about the node runners. But they don't even have a majority of the node runners.
Nope.
So this isn't a node runner fork.
It's been a lot of fun. Now, like most of you know, up until just a few weeks ago, I was running knots. And that's because I like the idea of a decentralized implementation. I like the idea that in Datum I could control my own blocks. I thought that was great. The problem is
Same reason I use knots.
Yeah, the problem is once we started getting closer to the date for BIP 110, the story changed. The story changed and became very hardcore of F the miners are bad, miners bad. And that turned me off. We've already talked about this on a couple of things, a couple of shows. The reason why I'm bringing it up right now is not because I'm trying to, crap on the BIP 110 people or anything like that. I am genuinely, legitimately worried about folks out there that are home miners and are believing that they are on the quote unquote official Bitcoin chain. They have Bitcoin investments and they think that they can do things on the orphan chain and their money is going to be okay. It's not. It is not going to be okay. Luke is lying, okay? And this is hard for me to say because I had a lot of respect for the man up until recently. The man is lying. He is lying to you. It is not the official chain. No matter how much he wishes and tries to fart fucking rainbows, it's not the official chain. You can lose your Bitcoin if you listen to him. There's currently issues with replay protection. There's issues with if this thing's even going to succeed or not. Okay? So the fact that just like that, they said, okay, if we're not getting our way, we're taking our ball and going home and we're going to call it a different game. That changed a lot of things. We're already seeing Mechanic today posting things where it looks like he's having some regrets. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of people out there hating on me for saying this. Well, not a lot, but there's going to be some people out there hating on me for this. But it's this simple. You need to be careful with what you're doing. If you are currently mining on the orphan chain, you are mining nothing. It's going to go away. They're going to this Blake 2B algorithm. It's not going to be SHA-256. Your miners do not convert over to that. They don't convert over to it. Okay? This isn't like a Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash thing where you can swap back and forth between them. That's not what this is. This is completely different, completely new. All right. I saw people today saying, hey, Seed Signer, please tell me what I got to do to make sure my Seed Signer wallet is able to get my stuff on the BIP 110 blocks. Guys, that's not how this works. That's what scares me because people don't understand. And I'm encouraging you to please do some research on this. please, for goodness sake, do some research. Got 5 minutes left in this part of the drawing. If you believe that Luke coin, whatever you want to call it, is legit, that's fine. That's up to you. But it is not the longest chain. It is not Bitcoin. Okay. Him saying to people that the current implementation of Bitcoin is not legitimate and that his is legitimate is FUD. He is going to cause harm to people. I can see lawsuits coming out of this. There can be some issues with this. Please do your research, for goodness sakes. So I don't understand, like, I don't understand how so many people are still caught up in this. Sorry, it bothers me. I don't want to see people get hurt, and it bothers me.
Yeah, I think what's so sad about this is that it's the true believers of it that are really getting hurt by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of confusion. Tedetch just said it out there. Tedetch just said, he said, too much confusion out there. That's highly accurate. There's a lot of confusion. I'm seeing a lot of things from small-time miners, newer miners that are like, they think they're mining their conscience. They don't realize that Bitcoin, that BitAxe they bought or whatever, that shit's not going to work on moving forward. This Blake 2B, from my understanding, is it's designed to run on like GPUs and CPUs. So, like, I'm sure ASICs will come around with it eventually, but there's no implementation for it yet. There's no exchanges that are dealing with this coin. There's nothing. And now if you are running knots and you were running Datum and you're like, oh, I'll just switch everything over to Core and I can keep mining the main chain. Nope. No, Datum doesn't work now on the main chain. It's done. Knots is not safe to mine with. They have said it themselves. So, like, if you're still running Knots, but you're like, but I want to run Knots for the decentralization of nodes, but I want to stay with the main chain of Bitcoin. Guess what? You need a DYOR because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, like this is a true hard fork.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is a completely different cryptocurrency.
Yes, it is completely different cryptocurrency.
You know how your Bitcoin miner can't mine Zcash, it can't mine Ethereum Classic. It's going to be the exact same with whatever the BIP 110 coin is going to be called.
I mean, he's trying to call it
a different crypto entirely.
He's trying to call it Bitcoin. The exchanges are not going to allow that. This happened in 2017. They're not going to allow it. They're going to have to come up with a different name. They can't call it Bitcoin. He's trying to do it. He believes he's the spiritual successor of Satoshi. He doesn't come out and say it, but he's basically acting that way. He thinks he is Bitcoin Messiah. It's not going to happen. No matter how strong he believes in it, no matter how his followers believe in it, and no matter, the good that he has done in the past for Bitcoin. The fact of the matter is, he stepped away and he shitcoined. That's all there is to it now. He stepped away and he shitcoined. So please be careful if you are looking at it and you're thinking, I don't know which way to go. I would advise you to really do your research. Don't buy any new mining equipment until you make a decision. Okay? Because you can't just click a button and your miners go to a different thing. I cannot make my M73S that costs thousands of dollars go mine Ethereum Classic. Can't do it. It's not the same algorithm. It's not designed for it.
Yeah, the actual chips. Like you see people talk about ASICs, that's the actual chip that is in there. It is application specific. All it does is hash SHA-256.
Mm-hmm.
It will not hash Blake 2B.
Right.
It will not hash anything else.
It's the first two letters of ASIC.
Hash SHA-256.
Application specific. So
yeah. So you can mine Bitcoin. You can mine Bitcoin Cash. You can mine like Digibyte. That is it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few. What's it? Fractal Bitcoin. There's a couple that use it.
Yeah.
There's a couple that use it.
As long as it's SHA-256.
Right.
That's what matters.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that they jumped ship off of SHA-256, that right there, and I think that's where we started seeing a lot of people kind of We had different levels. We had the people that never believed in it. We had the people like me that, as it was coming up toward the end, said, "Oh, hold on a minute, this is getting weird, like really weird now," and walked away. You got the people that right after the BIP happened that stepped away, and then you had the hardcore guys. Well, now with this whole algorithm change, you do have other people that are going like, "Wait a minute, what?" So it's going to be
Yeah,
weird.
I feel like a lot of people weren't really prepared for how far this was going to go
Mm-hmm.
back in like October of last year when they were running knots. Because I mean, like that's kind of my situation. I was on Team Knots, and then October happened, and it's like, okay, Core V30 happened. That's fine. I'm still gonna run Knots. And then Days of Gnome showed up, and BIP 110 showed up, or BIP 1, what is it, BIP 444 showed up. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh no, I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
I see that whatever happens, they're going to continue on this warpath, and I do not care as much as they do. Like, spam is something that is inevitable.
Yeah. Yep. And the whole, the the chain's full of CSAM and this and that and da 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 da. I think that's where it's eventually going to start losing a lot of people. The more they appreciate, like, there's people out there that are like, "Oh my god, I don't want that on my stuff." Guess what, guys? There's no way that he can accurately implement that without having autonomous control of the coin and selecting what goes in and what doesn't. Y'all think that this is going to be free and decentralized new Bitcoin? That's impossible. It's going to have controls if they want to have those controls. That's not me advocating for spam. Don't take it that way. That's me just stating a fact. All right? They think it's the freedom coin. It's the opposite of it, in order that, just like knots, right? Look what happened with knots. Everybody, so many people told me, hell, my own co-hosts told me before with knots. They're like, only one person is really doing the implementation for that. Like, that's really not decentralized. I was like, no, it's a decentralized version. It's not core and blah, blah. Well, Luke decided he's not doing knots anymore, and it shut down because there's nobody else to do it. So that's what's going to happen with that coin too. So it's going to be rough. Adolfo, you're the winner, brother. Get in touch with me. Let me know your what pool you want to do it to, and the address to point it out. We're going to get that going for you.
Congrats.
Congrats, my friend. Congrats. That's our 3 winners for tonight. So thank you all so much for that. We're not cutting it off right here yet. We got a couple more minutes yet, but yeah.
We just need somebody to find this damn block already.
What was that?
We just need somebody to find the block already.
No kidding. That would be nice.
I want that steak.
Mm-hmm. Coco says, I'm more worried about how all important OGs, cyberpunks, we're talking, I know where I stand, and so on. Hyper says, they are so delusional that they will put that crap on the chain to then go, see, look, here it is. That's another thing, right? That's going to, like, the sabotage, right? But even if it does,
Yeah, I know that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen on both chains. Get ready, because it's going to happen on both. Because there's bad actors all around. On both sides, there's going to be bad actors. There's always the people that are on the fringes that are going to do stupid stuff. The thing that I think that they scare people about is like, oh, if you're running a miner in your house, and this has been said by a number of people over in the BIP camp, if you're running a miner in your house and CSAM gets on the chain, then the FBI is going to be knocking on your door to find out why you were guys. That's nuts. That's completely nuts. All right. They would have to go knock on every miner's door to figure out who did it. And even then it's going to be tough to figure that out. Like that. It's just silly. It's very silly. Like to think that it's going to go that way. I'm not saying like, oh, we should just accept it. That's not at all what I'm saying, but I'm saying that the argument for it is bunk. The argument of let's have decentralized node softwares, the argument of let's have less spam on the chain that's non-monetary, the arguments of let's not have a centralized group of people in control that can do what they want based on what company's paying for them. I'm all for that. That's what I was on board for. But it has gotten really freaking crazy lately. Adolfo Cinco, DM me in a moment. Okay, buddy, I'll keep an eye out for your DM. Thank you, sir. But and yeah, so it's just nuts. It's getting to that point. I've actually had to unfollow some people because of their minor hatred. All minors are evil. Minors are stupid. Minors are the reason this happened. How are you guys? If you're not gonna have minors on the new chain, then guess what? You're proof of stake. You're no longer proof of work. That's the only way to get rid of the minors, guys. It's proof of stake. So at that point, you really are. You're Solana. At that point, you're a shitcoin. You're Ethereum. So the whole get rid of the miners, and then I got this one. Oh, you're one of the good miners. We're not talking about you. Okay, tell me that doesn't sound idiotic. Oh, we don't mean you. We just mean everyone like you. Well, now you're still talking about me and my friends, right? My people that mine, right? I'm a miner. Well, miners work for us. Well, I have a node too. So that means I'm a node runner as well. So what the F, guys? Like your arguments make no sense. Proof of stake is no good. Exactly right. Shitty.sats said that. Mr. Shitty.sats. Coco says, well, sender address and receiver address are on the chain, so everyone knows where the CSAM is coming from and where it went. Exactly. So like at that point, it is what it is, right? And let the authorities do their thing. Proof of work is the only way to go. 100% agree with you. If it's not proof of work, it's a shitcoin.
The other thing is this CSAM, it's coded on there. Nobody just could go on the blockchain and see a picture. These sites, whatever platform decodes it, they could get legally in trouble too, right, for showing that picture. So not only the person that put it there, but then the person or the company that's revealing it, because it's not just a picture you look at. It's got to be decoded by some type of platform. So that's another thing.
Sorry, I'm typing in chat right now.
And to make another point, it doesn't matter. It ain't all up. Nothing's all up to the miners. Nothing's all up to the node runners. It's a combined group effort. So everybody got to be willing to accept something. Even the exchanges. If the exchanges and people don't want to trade in it, it doesn't matter what the miners do. If nodes aren't there, it's a whole. I don't know the right word for it, but everybody got to be on board for something. Not just it ain't just up to the miners.
Yeah, like it's an
It ain't just up to the
ecosystem.
node. Yeah. So that's a big thing that people don't realize.
I'm just waiting real quick, guys, till I get my message from our newest winner, Adolfo, so that way I can get him taken care of. Adolfo, let me know when you send the message so I know to look, please, if you don't mind. Just hit me up in chat. Looks like our other guys are doing pretty good. Let's see, Glenn, you still got plenty of time, buddy, but it looks like you're at like 785 mil for your best share. 3.2 gig is still the best share for N City. So you guys are doing good. Somebody had asked what's a great starter miner. I had said Canaan Nano 3S, hands down. Second most powerful, I would say, is the if you want to go for more power, would be the Avalon Q. And if you're looking for low entry cost wise, just to start out and play around and see if mining's for you, I'd probably do a BC01 hammer miner. You can get all those at Altair. So that would be my opinion on those. If Bobby and Bull, if you have different opinions, please chime in.
I just think that sorry, go ahead, Bobby.
Oh no, I was saying that those recommendations are good.
No, yeah, the recommendations are definitely spot on. The only thing I would tweak a little bit is depending what kind of skill level you are with computers or techie. If you find yourself not, can't figure out things that easy on computers, I would probably go with the Canon and pay the little extra. But if you think you can figure it out and want to put a little time, even though it's not that hard, it's definitely not hard. Then I would go with the BC 01. Just because it's a little more hands-on, I would say.
Yeah, Canon makes it really easy.
They make it a little bit more easy, yeah. But to be fair, it's not rocket science. It's pretty straightforward. It's just some people, can handle computer and settings a little better than others.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if y'all want to get off BIP 110 stuff, but have y'all seen the new BCO8, that hydro rig?
The
Yes.
the the one that Altair just is 12 terahashes or something.
Yeah, it looks cool,
I think
but
it still
the
has the
price per
1370 chips, right?
terahash is just a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah, I wanted to get the 1373 chips, but I was just like the numbers just don't add up. So I end up getting the
Yeah.
BCO4 because I'm like it's only like 20 watts less, I would say, um, when you calculate it. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get this one, 6 terahashes, and it's around I think 84 watts or 100 watts. This one is, I can't even remember now. And the other one, if you would have bought two of them, it's like a little bit less, not much difference, and I don't know why. I'm not talking
Yeah, I
about
was really wanting
the efficiency.
Yeah, I was really wanting to get the BCO8 when I saw it in like concept images. But yeah, at the price, it's what, like 800, I think. Yeah, it's just too expensive for me.
When you
Um,
start getting up to that price range, you have to look at the queues. Like when you start getting at 800, 900, look at you know, somebody selling one out to you, I think under $1,000, right? So when
yeah,
you start
under a
getting that
grand.
high,
And the Altair sells them brand new in box for
that's what
1,300.
Hmm.
that's my
Like,
point. So
yeah,
when you
just
start getting in an
pick up
800,
on
900 range, it's like, all right, do you want something with 6 or 12 terahashes, or do you want to put a couple $100 and get 100 terahashes? So
Yeah,
that's
because you're getting like
start getting
8 times the amount of terahash for a couple $100 more. It's like, yeah, that's a no-brainer to me.
So,
yeah.
guys, we got a question in chat from Bitcoin Mining F4U. He said, "Is it better to invest in home mining, or is it best to rental mine with this payment?" So, Tedets had said, personally, home mining, never ending ticket. So, meaning I think he means more like lottery mining, right? Really, to me, and
Yeah,
yeah, it depends on what your goals are, right? Like, honestly, like anything under a Q, like an Avalon Q, hitting it like 90 terahash, 78 terahash, somewhere around there. Your electric cost is, unless you've got really good electric rates, is going to wipe it out. So it's not worth like pool mining for sats. Okay. If you have a decent electric rate, and there's many calculators out there you can use, that you plug in the hash rate, you plug in your electric rate, tell it the type of miner you have so it knows the efficiency. And like right now, in some places, a queue running in standard, if you've got a decent electrical rate, you're at break even. So basically you're DCAing, you're dollar cost averaging. You're making brand new sats instead of buying them like on an exchange. Okay. When you start getting above that, you start getting into multiple hundreds of terahash, you start getting into petahash level. That's where the pool mining really starts coming into play. Um, Anything under that, I would say, it's kind of, you're doing two things. You're lottery mining, which is great. It's viable. People do win on it. It's not very often, but there is a chance. But you got to think of it more as it's also a learning tool. Okay, that's to me the goal, is to look at it like I am learning to see if I'm learning about mining, I'm learning about Bitcoin, I'm decentralizing network, and I'm seeing if I want to invest more in this. Okay, I would never recommend that somebody go out and like instantly buy like a hydro unit. Okay, that's
yeah. I'd say one word in that question kind of trips me up. The fact that he said investing. Honestly, home mining and rentals are not investing. The reason why these rigs are able for us to rent is because they're making more selling us hash rate than they are mining Bitcoin themselves. So you're not getting a good return if you're mining for sats with rented hash rate, unless you're doing it for the morals, like what is it, the Roughnecks were doing.
yeah.
Like, this is for solo mining.
Mhm.
And also home mining, yes, you can be kind of profitable, but if you're investing, you can only go so far in your house
Right.
unless you have like a barn dominium or something, and
Right.
you have like 240 volts and you can actually do home mining at a larger scale,
Yep.
like it's not really
Yeah,
invested.
you need infrastructure at
Like,
that point. Yeah.
yeah, that's why we preach so many times of hosted mining. That is really good, and that way you can actually invest and scale up.
Now, if you are not sure, okay, first of all, let me tell you this. You're hearing from me, you're hearing from Bull, you're hearing from Bobby. Don't just take our word for it, okay? Don't just take our word for it. Every person's situation is different. What I can recommend is if you go to altairtech.io, they have a consult button. You click it, there's a calendar that pops up. You set up a time. Chris from Altair will give you a call. He will talk to you about what your goals are. Okay. You don't have to be, I have $500,000 and I'm trying to create a mining farm. That's not what it is. It can be, hey, I'm new to mining. I'm trying to figure out what's best for me. Chris is going to take the time. He's going to talk to you. The reason why I recommend that is number one, I have seen Chris in person at Mining Disrupt talk with people that have never mined, and he is giving them wise advice. He wasn't trying to sell them something. He wasn't trying to rip them off. He wasn't trying to do anything that I would say is nefarious. If he was, I would not develop a relationship with those guys, with Altair. I'll tell you that right now. I would not go for that. But Chris will steer you correct to the best of his knowledge with the information you're able to provide to him. He'll ask you questions. You'll give him the answers. He'll give you feedback, and you can help. He can help do it that way. He might even tell you something that they don't even sell at Altair. He might say is a better thing for you to do. Okay, or it might just be one of those situations where you're figuring out that maybe mining's not for you. You should DCA, and that's okay. Mining is not for everybody. Mining's not for everybody. Bobby, you did a consult with Chris at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up.
Mhm.
Like the consult is very good to do, and it's not like you have to have $500,000. I got a 15-minute consult to talk to him and run the numbers on buying a queue and when that would pay itself off. And yeah, he was there. He looked at all my numbers. We ran through it together, all the calculations. And he was like, yeah, it's going to be good for you and it'll pay itself off in this time.
Mhm.
He's a great guy.
So there you go. There you go. And I had the opportunity to spend a few days with him at Mining Disrupt in Miami, and I can attest to that as well. At no point did I ever feel like he was trying to sucker anybody or shill anything. Nothing, honestly. Like guys, if he did, then I would have ended the relationship right there. But no, I spent time with the guy. He put up with my stupidity while I was there, which anybody who can put up with my stupidity is a good person. But seriously, if you're not sure what you should do, reach out to the guys at Altair, ask for a consult. It's worth it. Take the time. You're not bothering Chris to do that. Like it's something they offer because they want to make sure they're setting people up for success. Okay. So give it a shot. Also back to like there's some talk in the chat right now about block templates and whatnot, using datum and all that. Stratum v2 is a thing. It's going to become more popular here. That will allow people to also construct their own blocks. There's more of that coming out. There's certain pools that are already starting to support it. We're going to start seeing more about that coming I'd say over the next year. So while datum was great, it isn't necessarily the only way to do it. So, we'll start seeing how that develops, and we'll see if other people kind of pick up the ball there with that. Okay. We've got Adolfo running. We've got Glenn running. Congratulations to you guys again. Glenn, you are one lucky son of a bitch, man. You crack me up. And then we also have N City running. So remember the rule for our winners. If you hit a block with the hash rate that you got tonight from Brains, you owe me, Bobby, and Bull a steak dinner. That's the rule. But okay, let's start wrapping it up, guys. We're 20 minutes over on time, so I don't want to keep everybody too long. Let's start doing our final thoughts. Bull, you want to go first, or do you want Bobby to go first?
Sure. I would just say stay positive. If you believe in Bitcoin, don't, let price action deter you or get you nervous on whether you should stay in or stay out. All I could say to that is do some more deep diving and really figure out how Bitcoin works and all the mechanics behind it, because then you won't second guess yourself at all. If you're not mining, look into it. Don't jump in commercial mining. Start off with something small and get interested. And I feel like that's how what got me wanting to learning more about Bitcoin and the protocol, and got me more conviction. So I would just say, um, try not to pay attention to price action and just do more research, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Bobby, what you got, brother?
Well, everyone wants to end the show on a high note, but you know what? Screw that. Let's be subversive. Let's end on a low note. So, I recently learned that Core Scientific paid $42 million to Block to end their contract with Block. And you know what that means, right? Those were going to be proto rigs.
Yep.
So I was like, let's see. Is anyone even showing that they are going to be selling the proto rig? So I went on Mining Now. I looked at all of their retailers. I think it's one miner shows that they have some in stock, but I don't know if I really trust those guys. And then every single other retailer, you click on it, 404. So I hate to say it, guys, but the US made ASIC, I think it may have died. And that's sad.
Mm-hmm. You're probably.
But hey, have a great week, everyone.
You're probably right, man. Like I can't even.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for that.
Yeah. I can't even say anything opposite of that. I saw that pop up, and that was the first thing in my head was, well, I bet you we get an announcement soon. So
yeah,
all that hype that we got about the proto rigs, and now we know why they only, they kind of been quiet lately. So
yeah, that's it. Keep on waiting to hear something about them. That's the first thing we hear about them. Awesome. But hey, the big keys are great.
Well, all right, guys. Just want to finish up on this. Like I said earlier, please be careful. Please be careful if you are watching the two different chains and you're still on the fence about which way you want to go for this whole who's the real Bitcoin thing. I'm not a fan of Core, but I am a fan of Consensus. And Consensus right now is the main chain, and that's what it is. Doesn't matter how loud or how angry a little man says that it's not, that doesn't change Consensus. One man screaming at clouds does not change Consensus. So, hey, Biddy, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Bitcoin Army coming in. But please, guys, just please be careful. I can't say it enough. If you're following me on X, I've been kind of doing a bit of a villain arc lately. I've been kind of dropping F-bombs and stuff. It's just because I'm so upset that people are intentionally leading other people astray. And I do not like that. Do not like that. It's not right. There's people out there that are newer to Bitcoin, maybe just don't understand Bitcoin as well as others, and they're taking advantage of that. And I think that's wrong. That's bullying, and I don't agree with it. So please, please, please do your research. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm telling you to do your research so that way, if something bad does happen, then it's nobody's fault but your own. Okay? Please understand that. But also know that if you were on the BIP 110 side and you decide that, you know what, it's just getting a little too weird over there for you, just come on home. Just come on home. That's it. Bitcoin's for everybody. And it is the real Bitcoin. So Attila says, I'm watching both chains. I mine on both, but about 90% on Core. I hate to tell you, buddy, but you're not mining on both. You're mining on one and the other one's just farting in the wind. I'm not trying to be nasty about that. That's just minor fact. You're not really mining anything. There's nothing over there of value. It has zero value. Somebody today had said, as a matter of fact, they're like, man, good luck to whoever hits that next block with all those fees that are stacked up in the orphan chain.
Good luck trying to sell it.
Yeah, it has no value. It has zero value. It has zero value. So, yeah. But like I said, I don't agree with everything Core does. Most certainly not. I'm not a fan of Core, but I am a fan of Consensus, and I think that I want to stay on the main side and try to fix what we can over here and support changes on there. I'm not going to take my ball and go home and scream about it and, risk my future or the future of Sound Money just because I'm throwing a fit about things. Also, I would encourage to do a little more research on Luke himself and the things that he's done in the past when it comes to adding and modifying things within the framework of Bitcoin. I've had my eyes opened about some things with facts. I'm not going to share things and submit anything for you guys to do. I would encourage you to do your own research, but I was a huge supporter of his until I started reading about some of the things he's pulled in the past. And yeah, it did change my mind a bit. So it did change my mind about it. I'm very disappointed in him as a professional. So, but anyway, on the notes of no proto and me being a Debbie Downer on that, I hope you all have a great week. Congratulations to our 3 winners. Thank you so much to Brains for supplying the hash rate this week. We will do it again next Thursday. We'll have 3 winners. We're going to do it just like we did this week. I hope it worked for everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. Great things coming up for that. We got 145 live viewers in here right now. That's fantastic. That's the most we've had in a while. We've been consistently about above 100 lately, but 145 is great. I'm happy for that. And then, like I said, Brain said, we'll talk again. If we start getting a ton of viewers, they may even increase it. I can't promise that. I'm not speaking for them. But we'll see. If we start getting a lot of people here on Thursday nights, we may have more than 3 winners. We'll see what happens. But other than that, hope you all have a great rest of your week. Bull, Bobby, thank you so much as always for coming in here and putting up with my bullshit. And I hope you all have a great week.
Yeah,
You too.
everybody.
Thanks,
Have
everybody.
a great week, everyone.